Let's start out by establishing, because it's going to be doctrinal, then it will get revelatory, and it will become prophetic. When Jesus rose from the grave, he had enough time to fold his grave clothes. Hear me and never forget this. Any form of bondage in your life is an illegal transaction. It is not what you beg for. It is not what you hope for. That if a man paid gold and silver and he saw his donkey in the hand of the person he bought it from, he had every right to take him to court. He didn't need permission to take back what was his. And it was not just a taking back, it's an infringement. We didn't escape and say, oh my God, oh, I thank God I'm free. Oh. No, a million times no. When Jesus rose from the grave, he had enough time to fold his grave clothes. Have you ever studied it? That when they entered into the grave, the Bible says that the grave clothes, they were folded. That tells you a man who is not in a rush. My God, it was not just an escape. And we're hoping that, well, maybe, no, a million times no. He discomfited him. The legality of the transaction. I cannot be broke. I cannot be sick. I cannot be depressed. I cannot be oppressed. Shout it, I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. This is not a religious word. It's a transaction. Listen, there are truths you have to contemplate till they are coming out of your nose. The story was told who had meditated on the cross of Jesus so much. He said, when I die, he said, open up my heart. You would see the cross there. They opened his heart. There was an imprint of the cross. Literal imprint. He had meditated so much. You are what you eat. Oh. No wonder Kenyon said. He said, faith is the unconscious reality of a believer. The unconscious reality of the new creation. No wonder he said many a times when we are trying to consciously exercise faith, then there's no faith. That when you hear these kind of things, you're not premeditating what to do. You will just do it. You will just say it. You're walking on the street and you see a man who is not in his right senses. This thing will carry you. Do you get what I'm saying here? This life is too much to keep to yourself. You are laying hands on people. No fear anymore. Where is the fear? My kinsman redeemer liveth. They gave you a doctor's report. Just put it on the table. Start telling it. My redeemer liveth too. My redeemer is strong. You look at the thing. Hey, be careful. My redeemer is strong. Nobody is in bondage today because of the power of death. The only reason anybody is in bondage is the fear of death. And fear is always a product of incomplete or inaccurate knowledge. The moment knowledge and light comes, fear disappears. Him that had the power of death, destroy him that had the power of death. My God, this redemption is a legal transaction. In Old Testament Israel, when the man was killed, even though his blood was avenged, he could not be resurrected. But in the church, not only is our blood avenged, he has erased us back to Shout it, my redeemer liveth. You do a dance, my redeemer liveth. They wonder why you laughing. You are at work all of a sudden. You have to hold yourself back because now you're looking very spooky. But there's no way you meditate on these things and be quiet. No, my redeemer liveth. My God, my redeemer liveth. In that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So when you shout, I'm redeemed, the depth of that statement will take you a lifetime to understand what you're saying. Shivala katabaya. No money in your pocket as at yet. Everything looks like it's not working like it should work. No roof over your head. No direction in life. A pain in your body. Bad news has come to you. They're staring you in the